thanks a lot to Valentina as a chairwoman this morning, and I'm very glad and really it's an honor and a privilege to be here with you in this important conference in Liverpool City. I am having strong impressions yesterday, the day last yesterday, and I'm so sorry for my poor English, okay? And I come from Florence in Italy, where I work as a librarian, so I, like Dante should say, I'm ultimo in cotanto senno, quindi my poor English is to try to give you my experience in my field, and I'm not a CEO, I'm not a manager, you know. I'm this context and a Skillman community host me as a librarian, no? And so I am so happy to be invited from Giovanni, who knows me. I work in the municipality of Florence since I have a long career, and my background is a humanistic background, you know. I'm not from Tuscany, I come from northern Italy. I was born in Novara, which is a little city in Piedmont, and I've been graduated in Turin. Then I worked as a librarian in Turin, Milan, then I am in Tuscany, in a beautiful Tuscany. And this beautiful city as well, Liverpool, is a very warm city to me. It is giving me very strong impression, strong because it's a city full of culture, like my life is full of culture. And so I'm very enjoying it to stay here for the second day. I have prepared some slides you can read, but I want to say to you a little introduction. I can read to you because I'm so excited, and I don't want to make errors. The advent of artificial intelligence in our field, my field is VET as well, vocational educational training. As a librarian, I'm an educator as well with my users. When they come to me and ask me, Peter, suggest me a romance or a novel, I'm very embarrassed because I have to give people and users knowledge, not only books. And we are challenge a new landscape, new cognitive landscapes nowadays. And when a user, when a student comes to me and say, Peter, give me a novel, I don't have answers. So I am a little bit embarrassed, but I have to give, I have to manage knowledge. So this is my work, and my work as a librarian is deeply changing. And this speech is about this. So we are involved in the fourth revolution, how Luciano Floridi calls it. I really think this, we are in a revolution now, the fourth. For those who are working like me, like teachers, like educators in the educational field, AI is completing this transition, this digital transition to a future green and more digital. In which way? Listen to me. We have these challenges you can read. We analyzed that in the context, in Adriatic-Ionian context last July in Ancona, but I don't want to talk about this today. I want to talk about this cognitive transformation. You can read. Since I think 20 or 30 years, we are involved in a changing. We are not more in a cognitive model today, but we have, as humans, we are connected. only connected. And this is a problem to me. This is a problem in my way to live and to feel my job. This ongoing transformation is not just about manage information. My work as a librarian is to manage information and to manage knowledge, not only to give books to people, okay? But this is not only like this. We are in this new cognitive model, in a cognitive model as one. Derek Dekerkove said we are in a collective mind, but he said this 30 years ago, not now, not nowadays. We are in a lab, in a big lab with our minds. So this is the data set we are saying today. We say data set, say dataism, and so on. But not only data are important, but humans are important. So everything is changing. We have to face this challenge. What is hybrid intelligence? Is like you say, like you can read. This is the answer, in my opinion. Human judgment integrated with computing big power. We are talking about big data. Sorry for my bad pronunciation, but I'm not used to be I'm a little bit, I have to be quiet with my English with you here in Liverpool. So we have technical skills, but we have involved in this, we have to understand algorithm. What is an algorithm? I don't know. But I feel it can manipulate my life. My life as a prosumer, you know, we are all prosumers, not only persons. I don't want to be suspicious. I don't want to demonize this new environment, but we have to be careful with it. So my traditional technical skills are not enough today. I have to be in this new literacy. We are moving from what 20 years ago, we librarians called it semantic web literacy. Now we are moving to a AI critical literacy. I have to teach it to my users, not only the web now, not only to a semantic web. It is not enough today. So the literacy of my work is changing, and I have to explain to you with this model. And the model is this. I take from a philosopher, and this is based on the complexity. I propose a new methodological framework based on the 3 phases. The first is think phase, the second is to do phase, and the third is rethink. The first phase is a critical analysis and philosophical foundation. This reflection goes behind the problem identification to address fundamental epistemological questions. I have to be quite a philosopher as a librarian. I have to be a philosopher librarian and an artist librarian as well for my community. There is no librarians without communities. I'm a public librarian. I don't work in. I worked in the University of Milan 7 years ago, but now I'm a public librarian. So I am not, I have no job without my community in Florence. No? I manage reading groups in now, and I understanding a lot of needs from people. So the first phase is like this. How is professional identity transformed when with the automation? When my skills as a librarian are automated by ChatGPT, for example, when you can be a reference librarian, no more, because the reference is given by ChatGPT. A user asks to the ChatGPT and it give answers. So, which is my new identity as a librarian? What ethical frameworks guide the integration of AI without demonize it, without into educational new framework and within new educational framework and settings. In this way, the do phase, the second. So we need a participatory implementation. In which way? We have to invent every day new approaches with people. Concrete intervention include, for example, these reading groups. There are groups of 5, 6 persons, not massive, but each student who wants to participate in this group wants to change his life and to understand and to manage knowledge in a different way. Reading a book, reading a novel, reading a magazine. We can discuss of everything in my work today. I feel I'm showing you like I feel my work as a librarian in a new environment. And so the second phase is the do phase. I can manage laboratories of critical thinking skills. We have to deconstruct algorithms and the logic behind algorithms. I don't know exactly what an algorithm is. No, I want to give these my doubts to people and to users. So I can create community knowledge networks, little networks, but important, so important. Then we come to the third phase, the rethink phase. It's very, very important because it's the final phase. It is about a continuous adaptation, and not where transformation is not. I want to say this word in Spanish. We have destino, the goal. In Spanish, no language, we have destino. When you go to train station, destino, destinazione, we say in Italian. It's not a goal, but an ongoing process, ongoing. This requires very important things: buildings, institutional capacity with policymakers, with the other stakeholders of the libraries. And I talk to them. The stakeholders are very different, not only the citizens, not only the administrators of the city, and the stakeholders are a lot. And I have to talk with them every day. We have what theorists of organization call it double loop learning. This is the rethinking phase, the double loop learning. And this framework, I'm trying to describe to you, this framework operates on 4 levels, from an individual level to an institutional level, then to a regional level. We heard yesterday the measure and the city, the large city, no, here in Liverpool. I don't think there is an equivalent in Italy, provincia, I don't know, but area metropolitana can be said in Italian. And it was very impressive to me, because we have to listen to them as stakeholders of our job, as a trainer, as a librarian, as a vet worker. And the 4th level is systemic. What you was saying, Urs, no? Everything is connected all over the world. Systemic. I call it a system. Addressing global trends while maintaining local autonomy. Global, in this sense. Global and local. Global. So we are in this new environment. I was saying that the literacy is changing to a critical AI literacy. And this includes technical knowledge, but not only technical knowledge, but it extends to ethical awareness. Ethics is nowadays the most important thing, ethics. Because without ethic approach, this new environment has to be controlled, but not controlled by politics. Control with an ethical approach. And this is very hard to understand and to practice. This requires, in effect, a rethinking of professional identity. I have to rethink myself as a librarian deeply, deeply, because there are no books, there is Amazon. So, what can say a librarian in 2025? I have to rethink deeply my identity. I propose, concluding, the philosopher-artist-librarian framework. I feel myself every day with my users as a philosopher and as an artist with my community to shape. I have big power, and I have to control this power with people, like a good father. It is not enough. In this framework, me as a philosopher and an artist, librarian, professional, me as a professionist, I have to simultaneously think philosophically. It's very important. My background, I have philosophical exams at university. But no, it is not enough. Again, I have to create artistically, not to create sculptures, okay? How I create? I address the collection development in my library, for example, with achieving new books to orient the collection. Not only books, but only database and so on, because we have hybrid collections nowadays. I pay the editors for the access to the data. So my work is complex. And to mediate culturally. Continuously I have to mediate with the users, with stakeholders, and so on. This new definition challenges credentialing systems that prioritize technical expertise over philosophical depth or creative ability. And this is what I call new literacy. you can see this moving, no? From semantic web. We were talking about semantic web, but in the first 20 years, in the late 19s. Now it's finished. There is no semantic web possibility. We have to teach literacy about AI. Try to understand what algorithmic systems are, and an approach, an ethical approach. Okay? Everything is clear. So I'm trying to. So I lead social reading groups in Florence. I lead, but not I lead. They are democratic. People come to me and they say, Peter, what book can you suggest for the next month? I don't suggest a book. We have to choose together. They are democratic groups. And so we discuss on a novel, or I don't know, the mystery, a romance, but through this we are talking about knowledge. We change with knowledge. The challenge is not whether to integrate, so I conclude like this. The big challenge in my job is not to integrate artificial intelligence in my job, but because this transformation is already underway every day, since absolutely no. But how to do so in ways that preserve human autonomy? We have to preserve a human approach, not to destroy it, and this is, in my opinion, this is the risk in a post-human environment. So this is the risk. So we have to preserve human approach. Harness cultural diversity as a strength. The proposed framework, this me as a philosopher and artist as a librarian, this framework with new framework offers a conceptual guide for this journey. It is a journey, like I feel it. But successful implementation requires ongoing commitment, experimentation, every day. Projects like this lab I want to share in Skillman community with you, and the willingness to rethink fundamental assumptions about the purpose of education in an algorithmically mediated world. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much.